politics begins. And this is the message for 2026. This is so important. We have to take a look, just like the Israel lobby is. And in 2026, we need to be keeping a list of names. And by we, I mean America first. Any politician that has disavowed Tucker Carlson, we have to get the word out. Don't vote for them. Vote for their primary candidate or their primary opponent. And if they win their primary, don't vote for them in the general. That has to be the message. This is the only way to hold their feet to the fire. This is the only way to make it work. This is what I said in 2021, in 22, and 24. We have to use our vote in the affirmative and in the negative. We need to create the list. If you're with Tucker, you have our vote. If you disavow Tucker, you don't. If you cannot take a stand for America first, then you have no business being an elected official in the American government. That is the message. In 2026, in the midterms, we are showing up, and the Groypers are showing up with us. If you disavow Tucker, you will not get the votes. If you disavow the Israel lobby like Thomas Massey, we will show up for you. And by we, I don't just mean the Groypers. I mean everybody that is America first. Ian Carroll and Anna Kasparian and Tucker and all of them. If you're America first, we will help you. If you are America last, we will punish you. And the GOP has a decision to make. If they are willing to go America first, then maybe they can keep their majority. Or they can hold off the worst losses in the face of the Democrats. But if the Republican Party doubles down on America last, then they will be finished in America. And we have to be willing to let them go extinct. Have to be willing to play hardball. We can no longer make the compromise that we will let you put America last in order to defeat the Democrats. No, America first is a precondition. And we will single you out. If you're America last, we will make you lose. If you're America first, we will help you win. And we are outcome independent. If Republicans keep the House, then God bless. If they lose it, so be it. We're not going to tolerate an America last GOP anymore. 2016 was about this. In some way, this entire fight for the past 10 years has been about this. We are not going to allow the GOP to slide back into serving the global special interests, the Israel lobby, international banks, Wall Street, and Silicon Valley. That's the call to action. So Trump said, let them fight. I say, bring it on now. What do you got now, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro? You just got the rug pulled out from under you. There goes your sugar daddy, Shapiro and Mark Levin. You have nobody else to hide behind. No more tricks, no more cancellation, no more censorship. It's just you and me, pal. You and me, Shapiro and me, Levin and me, and Tucker and the others. And now I think they're going to be a lot less confident. Mark Levin says, who's platforming Marjorie Taylor Greene? What, are you going to cancel all of them? Good luck. Mark Levin says, we're taking names. We're going to make our decisions in 26. So are we, fat boy. So are we, fat man. We are doing the same exact thing. Let's see who they listen to. Let's see who the politicians really listen to. Will they listen to the voters when we have activists showing up in their district? Will they listen to the Joe Kent effect, or will they listen to you? That's the fight.
Okay, so Nick has been fighting for a long time for America first. He's been fighting against the Israel lobby and foreign influence. Mostly he focuses on Israel, but I think there are many other governments who also try to have influence in America, whether that be China, whether that be Qatar, etc. He's saying that after his interview with Tucker Carlson, a lot of people said they would cancel Tucker. or not platform him. So one of the people was Mark Levin, but then also the Heritage Foundation spoke in Nick's defense just for free speech. Not saying they agreed with him, but then their president had to step down. So basically, Nick is saying the way he wants, first he wants the Groypers, because that's his support base. But then outside of just the Groypers, he wants other Americans to fight back and say, if you are against foreign influence over our government, APEC, etc., he wants you to primary the politicians who are already being paid by APEC, who are already visiting Israel. Like there was some conference where it was like 50 states and then one Israel. So basically, he's just stating that these politicians are already receiving money from Israel, through not directly from Israel, but from Jewish organizations like APEC and organizations that he believes are heavily influenced by Israel. And he's saying that we have to use our vote to have our voices heard. So he is saying that they'll have activists out there, but then also he's saying that we can use our votes to primary people that we don't agree with. I think these are wonderful things for people to do. I'm not personally saying you should just primary somebody because they get money from APEC, etc. But I do believe that if you have an issue with what's going on, the only way to hold the politicians accountable is with your vote, because they're already receiving money, whether donations from us, but as well as foreign lobbyists, or they don't even have to be foreign lobbyists, but private groups in America, whether it's the gas companies or cigarettes, etc. They're getting their money from these entities. So the only way that we can hold them accountable is by taking them out of office, because when they're not in office, they can't receive money at all. So at the end of the day, what they're going to try to do is get our votes. So if they start seeing a push from the American people where the Americans want America first and they're more focused on ways that they can help the U.S. citizens, maybe not all politicians, but some politicians will be open to changing their tune. So I agree with Nick at least on what he's trying to do in terms of getting people activated and paying more attention. As always, I try to say I don't want to just single out one government, because I think that China was a problem at times in terms of, they say with TikTok, they were getting our information, etc. They've been flying the balloons. So I do think there are many governments trying to have spies, many governments trying to just get the upper hand on America. So we got to watch out for all of them. Oh, well, I'm going to go to the last clip, but one thing I did also notice was he brought up Anna Casparo. So basically, he's saying that he's not sticking to the left-right ideology. He's saying that his issue, he is a conservative, and I do think that him and Anna disagree on many things. But for this current battle, which seems like his most important battle, he's saying that I can't say all of the alt-right, but he's as him being one of the big voices of the alt-right and her being one of the big voices of the what I consider the I'm gonna call them alt-left, but the extreme left. He's saying that they're willing to work together on this one issue of Israel. I've noticed with the younger people, whether you're conservative or whether you're liberal, they don't really like what's going on with the Israeli war. And then a lot of people on the left, on the right, are also talking about the history of what Jewish people have done throughout, let's say, the last 2,000 years for sure, being kicked out of various countries. They're saying that they see a pattern. So just with younger people across the board, people have a lot of questions about Israel. And as Nick said in the previous clip, you can't really talk about them or even ask questions. So for me, I believe we can ask questions. We need to ask questions. We need to find out what's going on. If there's some conspiracy, they're controlling us, we got to stop it. If there's not, then there's nothing for them to worry about, right? But Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, etc., the days are over where you're just going to silence people by calling them anti-Semitics. Just like the days are over where black people can silence people by calling them racist, right? Matt Walsh, Nick Fuentes, etc., right? We've overused all these words. Anti-Semitics is just anytime you say something about a Jewish person, and I won't deep dive into what a Semite is, even though earlier in the episode I told you the Semites come from East Africa, right? Same thing with racism, right? When people have disagreements with people, or people make a joke, or people say something insinuous, or say something degrading, yes, it can be a form of racism, but sometimes these are just opinions that people have. So if black people are allowed to say fuck whites and no one's saying black people are racist, it's kind of hypocritical of black people to then say white people are racist if they say fuck blacks or blacks are ghetto. I do think saying fuck blacks is racist, or saying blacks are ghetto is racist, but I also would say calling white people pedophiles is racist, or calling white people sexual deviants, or the face of homophobia, the face of the LGBTQ, etc. I think that is all racist. So there's racist on both sides is what I'm saying. So the term racist can be used, but it's died in terms of there being only certain people can be victims and then others are not. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. New shows airing Monday through Thursday.